Alright guys, it is here, it is here, it is here. What is here, you might ask? Mystery tackle box is here. Coming right up. Bam!
Look at that big mamma jamma, folks.
Alright guys, it is so freaking windy. We got a storm rolling in. We're going to try to hurry through this and make it quick. We've got right off the bat, guys, we've got a Guggen Squad Filthy Frog, and let me tell you, I've already fished this frog quite a bit. I really like it. In fact, I lost my last Filthy Frog in this color 2 days ago. So I am super stoked that Mystery Tackle Box decided to give me one in this month's box. Next up, we've got the 10,000 Fish Brands Yoda Worm Irresistible Tackle Tail, 4.75 inch. It is a 6-pack, and I've already seen a couple videos on YouTube of this, and this thing does look pretty dang cool. I'm super excited to fish this. Next up in the box, we've got Daiichi Hooks. Looks like a 2 or 3/0, and they say it's the world's sharpest hooks. Next up, we've got Lifted Jigs Swim Jig, SLM Swim Jig, and I'm actually really excited about this one because I've been following these guys on Instagram for a few weeks now, watching some of the stuff they've been posting, and they do a lot of Michigan fishing, I believe, a lot of Clearwater, a lot of northern stuff. So I'm really excited to support a northern company, and I'm really excited to try out one of their jigs. Next up, guys, I'm actually really excited about this last item in the box, and that is Lake Fork Trophy Lures. It looks like the ring fry. Okay, it's the Magic Fry, a Lake Fork Trophy Lures Magic Fry, which looks very similar to the ring fry. Super excited to fish these lures. I used to watch a lot of Lake Fork guy in the early days when he maybe 40-50,000 subscribers. He used to fish Lake Fork Trophy Lures, especially that Lake Fork ring fry. So super excited to try this out. This month's box came with a super cool sticker of a fish with an American flag on it, and how appropriate for the month of July. It also came with some literature for the 10,000 Fish Yoda Worm. It's a rigging guide, complete with key features, rigging tips, and tips on where to throw it. And as usual, in the mystery tackle box every month comes the Dibble Tips and Tricks pamphlet. This is usually a pamphlet of tips and tricks that have some recommendations on how to use the baits in this month's box. And this month also came with a fairly large card on the Guggen Squad Filthy Frog. It gives you gear recommendations, rod and reel recommendations, line recommendations, and also tells you where you should throw it to catch a whole mess of fish. And last but not least, in every mystery tackle box, you have the What's Inside card. It's got an advertisement on one side for Mystery Tackle Box about all the different stuff they offer at shopcarls.com and how you can add extra items to your box each month. There's also a list of the baits you got and the retail pricing for those baits. The Guggen Squad Filthy Frog comes in at $8.99 retail. The 10,000 Fish Yoda Worm comes in at $5.29 retail. The Lifted Jigs SLM Swim Jig comes in at $4.99 retail. The Lake Fork Tackle Magic Fry comes in at $3.79 retail. The Daiichi Extra Wide Gap Hooks come in at $1.80 retail. Now that comes at an overwhelming MSRP of $24.86, well above the monthly subscription price for this level mystery tackle box. Guys, that's about all that's in the box. Let's get rigged up and let's get fishing.
All right, guys, we've got everything rigged up. Let's see if we can make it happen. We had a big storm last night into this morning. We've gotten a ton of rain, and the water's actually up at least a foot in here, which is really good. Hopefully these bass are going to be pushed into the shallows trying to get some of that new bait, and we'll see what we can make happen. This is probably one of the easiest and most finesse presentations to actually catch the fish on, so we're going to wait on that one. We're going to hold off on the frog. I'm going to try to go off into the shadows and throw this bad boy down on the wind-blown bank. This thing, probably going to start on that 10,000 fish or that. All right, guys. Since Mystery Tackle Boxes, the month of July's box has come out, there's been a lot of hype on this Yoda Worm. Oh, I hit the bush, so I backlashed, of course. Whew, thank God that's a fresh spool. Already ruined one this week. Let's see if we can get a fish on this Yoda Worm. It's got an interesting action to it. Got one. Right up. Second cast. Get on the bank. Absolutely awesome. Look at that. All right, guys. We got that Yodo worm fish, and on that Daiichi Hooks. Not a bad fish, especially for this pond. Let's let him go. See you later, buddy. All right, guys, again, that fish came on the 10,000 fish Yodo worm and the Daiichi extra wide gap hook. Pretty good combination. Might start fishing. I might fish that again, but I'm really determined to get this full slam, so let's put that down for now. Now we're up to the lifted jigs, trailered with the 10,000 fish Yodo worm. Let's see how well this thing does. Man, this thing's tiny tail, but it's got one heck of an action on it. I like it. This 10,000 fish Yodo worm is a pretty sweet bait. Guys, if you like what you're seeing so far, make sure you get over on shopcarls.com, sign yourself up for Mystery Tackle Box, and or purchase yourself some of these 10,000 fish Yodo worms by Catch Company. Yeah, it's a good sign when there's bluegill following your bait. Let's get off this side. Let's see. That's where I caught the last fish. Got one. Surfing back to the bank. You're coming out here. Hell yeah. All right, guys, that's fish number 2. Again, the Yodo worm makes it happen, along with the lifted jigs swim jig. Decent fish, beautiful color. Let's let them go. Awesome. Again, guys, that was the lifted jigs red gill, I think it's called, swim jig. 1/4 ounce, trailered with the Yodo worm. Look at that bad boy. Look at all that action. This thing is an awesome trailer. It's an awesome soft plastic. All right, guys, I've been here for maybe a half hour. The fun part about fishing before a storm, I think they kind of turn on. They fire up. So now we're onto the Guggen Baits Catch Co. Filthy Frog. This is a great frog. I've already fished it a ton. I don't need to catch a fish on it in this video to tell you guys this is an awesome product. That little bit right there, and this thing takes on such a little amount of water, if any at all, which has been the biggest problem with most frogs that I've owned. I love this frog. Cast it down the bank. Kind of hard to see where I'm at. Let's get it out that way. There's a grass bed right over there. Maybe we... Oh, well, oh, I got that on video. Holy moly. All right, guys, well, I just slipped right there. Whole leg just went in the water. And I biffed it on some goose poop, that's for sure. Massive fail. All right. All right, though. Well, looks like I got to fix this reel. That is not good. Nothing against this reel, guys, but they're not made to support, 240-pound dude falling on top of it and burying it in the dirt. Well, it still works. Let's see if we can catch a fish on this. Oh, my God. Well, I'm just going to have to buy a new crank for this thing. Guys, let me know in the comments if any of you know where to find new cranks that'll fit on this Lew's speed spool. Help me out. I'd love to know. I'm not going to fish with that like that forever. Covered in mud, guys. Just covered in mud. That'll be an interesting story for the wife. Come on. Get me that fry. It's bright sunny right over where I just threw. I just figured there's a grass bed. Maybe I could work one out of there. I can't believe I just did that. I'm going to not be looking, and I'm going to grab that thing all the time. It's going to mess me up like crazy. Thing's still reeling good. The rod's in good shape. Just the crank. The crank is completely messed up. I'm hoping with this chop on the water, a little bit of shadow. This one might be the one that takes a little while. They really haven't been on the frog bite here. I've thrown it a bunch here all year to no avail, and may have to go somewhere else to get on that frog bite, covered in friggin' mud. Oh my God. Can't believe I stepped there. I'm such a dummy. Oh, both feet are wet. I didn't realize my left foot went in too.
No, God!
Everything, it's Murphy's Law today. Look at that braid, look at that. If anything bad could go wrong, it's happening right now. Oh my gosh. Can I even get the backlash out before it storms? Oh. Well, looks like I'm cutting the frog off. All right, instead, we're gonna go with this Lake Fork Lorraine Fry type lure. See how we do? Oop, just pitch it on out there like crappie pitch. All right, want to make sure I'm maintaining bottom contact. These things are loaded with garlic scent, and that really does the trick. I got this Lake Fork soft plastic on I think this is a VMC type net head with the weedless setup. It could be a Z-Man, I can't remember. I've had these for a while. But this is about a 1/4 ounce, I think. And yeah, got that bad boy wacky rig. Tons of grass in here. I figure I've been doing this with the Cinco for a couple weeks. I got that on a medium 6.6 with 15-pound braid to a 10-pound monofilament leader. I don't mind a monofilament leader. Some might ask why I use a monofilament leader. I know it floats. I don't mind it sinking slowly. I can change the rate of fall with a weight. When I got it paired up to braid, I like having the monofilament and having that little bit of stretch. Provides me a little bit of give if I get excited and I set the hook really hard. Yeah, I got into the grass. Even though it's a weedless net head, it doesn't mean it's 100% weedless. It's just gonna help you a little bit. Who would have thought a wacky rig would be a harder bait to catch fish on? Or is it because I fell in the pond? Kind of let them all know I was here. Trying to make this thing look like a crawl just hopping across the bottom. I know they're up in the shallows on the bank, so I'm gonna try to hook this thing up a little bit different. See if we can have better luck. And pretty much the same on both sides. We're gonna rig this kind of like a shaky head. We'll see how that works. That's interesting. It's kind of weird, but let's see if it works. If not, guys, I'm about to just take it off and throw it on the jig. Toss that bad boy around. Oh my gosh, that guy like stands straight up. This is actually a pretty cool setup. It doesn't look pretty, guys, but it looks like it might get the job done. That's not gonna make it appealing to any fish. All right, let's see if we can toss it straight out into the deep. Get something that way. Maybe if I swim it, that'd be interesting. When you're fishing these new baits in the mystery tackle box, guys, just try to do a bunch of different stuff. That's the joy, that's the fun of using a new bait. Trying it out, trying to see which action is the action that's gonna get bit. Got one. Oh my gosh. Sit down, buddy. All right. Yes. All right, biggest one so far. Well, maybe comparative to the second one. All right, guys, that Lake Fork Trophy lures got it done. Let's let him go. There he goes, super healthy. All right, guys, now we're moving back to the filthy frog. Shockingly, the only bait I haven't caught anything on yet. Whew. The pressure's on, but it is 6:05. I've only been here for an hour and I'm almost done with the slam. Hopefully I can complete this, man, I hope. We've got 2.5 hours before the sun really starts going down significantly and gets these frogs worked up. I'm hoping in the shadows over here, we're gonna be able to get a frogfish. Here's to hoping. Oop. You don't do it like that, putting it straight in the weeds, not on land. And here we go. I'm gonna have to adjust to walking this bad boy on a copolymer instead of braid. Well, I probably just ruined the integrity of this frog and its ability to not take on water. I just found my hook was buried into this frog. Probably from the way I took it off of the bait keeper on the rod. I'm a dumbass, like so many times over today. Oh, I just had a strike. But he missed it. Definitely taking on a little more water than they usually do, and that is 100% my fault. Oh no, we've got to get this frog bite, guys. All right, guys. Well, looking pretty bad at the moment. This water's higher now, but it's about to rain another inch tonight, maybe a little more. It's gonna be higher. Finally start getting back up to where it needs to be, nice healthy level for these fish. And to be honest, guys, I do best when the water is flooded and everything's in the weeds. Shallow fishing ends up being the key to catching them. That is where I do my best. Oh, dude. Okay. Sun is going away. Those clouds are in. They're here. The storm is coming, and I'm picking out yet another backlash. Backlashes are usually always super easy for me to get out until this moment. Pressure's on, and I'm gonna end up ripping this off and tying it to another rod. Look at those clouds coming in. It is dark. And I cannot get this backlash out to save my life. I can't get it out. The water has finally calmed down. The wind has finally calmed down. We kind of got that calm before the storm. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we got water bugs popping on the surface everywhere. The bluegill are about to start to come out and feast, and hopefully the largemouth will come out to feast on them. Oh my gosh. Just had a hit before the camera died. That wind calmed down. I think it's about to happen. Oh my God. I had one strike it. I think I might have figured it out a little bit though. All right, let's get the water out of this. Wow, there's a lot of water in this one. I poked a hole in it, so that's on me. These Guggen frogs usually do not take on much water at all. This one, on the other hand, does, because I put a hole in its rear end with the hook. I cannot believe I haven't caught a frogfish yet. I've had 2 or 3 strikes. They're just not getting it. And this right here, that is why I cut the skirt on all my frogs. Nothing against the makers of any frog company. Some people really like that long skirt, and teach their own. That's for sure. But this is why I cut the skirt off of mine. Starting to get nervous, guys. I was pretty confident when I opened this box, saw the baits inside, that I was going to be able to complete this slam today. It's not looking like that's going to happen. Gotten a couple strikes, but I don't know if they were even bass. They could have been bluegill. I don't know if it's gonna happen today, guys. Oh, I want it to, but I don't know if it's gonna. Here comes the thunder, guys. It's starting to rain. Can we make it happen? Come on. All I have is this rod and my camera's out, guys. I gotta go. It's raining way too hard, guys. My camera's getting wet. Gotta go.
All right, guys, we made it into the car. That is an absolute bummer. Really hoping that I was gonna get this mystery tackle box slam done today, but it's not looking like that's gonna happen. Can't win them all, right? Unfortunately. I really thought the frog was gonna get it done. I'm super shocked the frog was the only bait in this entire mystery tackle box that didn't catch a fish today. That's not to say the Guggenbaits frog is not a good frog. It's an absolute fire frog. It's one of my favorite frogs, if not my absolute favorite frog. Those of you who follow me on my Instagram, you might see me post a lot about this. For those of you who don't, what are you waiting for? Definitely go check out my Instagram. It is the_outdoor_dudes. Gonna start doing some giveaways over on that channel to kind of grow the thing. Might be starting to do some giveaways on this channel. We're gonna get at it. We're trying to grow this thing, guys. I really want to get the funding together so I can start doing one-a-day videos. It's really hard with my daughter having to go to the babysitter. I got a lot of driving to do. It's kind of expensive to make all this happen. Gonna be putting out some merch soon. I got a lot of big things in the works, guys. If you like any of the baits that you saw in this video, I'm not sponsored by Mystery Tackle Box, but head on over to shopcarls.com. I believe if you use the code Weston or the code Flare, you're going to be able to get your first mystery tackle box for like 10 bucks or 5 bucks, something stupid, super cheap. If you guys want a mystery tackle box, you like what you saw in this video, make sure you head on over to shopcarls.com, sign up for that, sign up for Carl's Club members. You get 30% off of all your baits, and it's just a fantastic deal and a great community to be a part of. Guys, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button right there. If you want to see more videos like this, check the playlist of videos I got set up for you guys right over here, or click one of these two videos, and I'll see ya guys over there. Bam!